With the advent of advanced technology and some very talented young people, the art of filmmaking has taken on an entirely new look. And for the second straight year, Mission Viejo held its annual film festival. Tonight, we highlight the founders of the event, industry filmmakers that judge the movie-making process, and also the ones that make the films who are honored at the Mission Viejo Film Festival. I'm Paul Higgins, this is Coach's Corner, and yes, all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Coach's Corner. As you can tell, we do have a fantastic show on the campus of Saddleback College in front of McKinney Theater. Literally, we're on the red carpet here at the second annual Mission Viejo Film Festival. And tonight, it's an electric event. You're gonna see some snippets of some great films out of our local area. One reason we're here tonight is because of the two gentlemen joining me right now. We have Tyler Voss, he's the co-founder of the event, along with his brother, Grant Voss, also the Mission Viejo City Commissioner. And gentlemen, congratulations on just a great event tonight.
Oh wow, thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
So we've learned a little bit about it in the opening of the show, but what really prompted you guys to do this? And Tyler, I'll start off with you because it's not an easy task.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of preparation, a lot of time, a lot of effort. Kind of what we wanted to do was have a film festival that kind of showcased the independent filmmaker. And I'm talking about the filmmaker that has a low budget, not necessarily the studio movies, but you know, just enough to make a film. And I really wanted to showcase their work. And yeah.
And sometimes no budget.
Sometimes no budget, sometimes it's zero, but
right.
They pull together the people, they pull together the talent, and then sometimes it works. Yeah. And we wanted to really just showcase that type of filmmaker.
Yeah, Grant, you know, I do a lot of sports, and I have to congratulate you because you've been the freshman coach at Capistrano Valley High School.
Yeah,
and you've really done a great job with that program, so congratulations. I know you're moving on, but I segue to that because you're around kids a lot, right? And so this is a special time that you're giving back. And matter of fact, part of the money that you guys raise, you're raising money for the City of Hope and various charities. Yeah. But this event is only in its second year and it's already growing. I mean, in front of us, there's a ton of people watching you guys. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So your thoughts about, you guys are growing and already establishing yourself as a pretty decent film festival.
Absolutely, yes. And like my brother said, we want to really be a filmmakers film festival. We are here just for the filmmakers. We want to showcase filmmakers because that's something that a lot of film festivals don't necessarily do. And also we really want to donate a lot of money to City of Hope to fundraise for cancer.
And not just the Pediatric Center.
This year the Pediatric Center.
Pediatric Center. Our late uncle actually passed away while we were doing the first one, and we really wanted to commemorate his name in a way. So kind of what me and my brother were thinking, we wanted to do the best overall award would be the Mark Jennings Award in his honor, and then kind of have the proceeds all go to the City Hope for Pediatric Center for Cancer Research and Treatment.
And speaking about that award, I think you just saw the winner of last year's award. He just came out.
Yeah, he actually came
What was his name?
Nick Jackson. And actually, we have someone else here too. We have the People's Choice winner here today. I don't know. Can't really find him, but
it's somewhere.
We'll find him. Johnny Witchard.
Johnny Witchard's.
But I got to ask you because we're going to be talking to some judges and we're going to be talking to some filmmakers themselves. But Grant, how do you pick your judges?
Well, actually, my brother actually is in the film industry, and he's the one who necessarily picks them. I'm more of the logistical side of things. My brother's more of the artist.
Gotcha.
So
Tyler, how do you pick these things?
I'll lay it on you. So basically, through my college experience of the film school, as well as me moving on into the film industry as a PA, I would kind of get contacts of all like directors, producers, production coordinators, actors, and I would ask them, hey, I run this film festival, and it's a nonprofit, and the charity goes, the proceeds go to City Hope's Pediatric Center, and I just asked them, and they say, yeah, I'd love to do it.
Sure.
And the judges, they come out here today, and I'm so grateful that they're here today because I know how busy they are.
Yeah, and it is a great event. And Grant, I know besides raising money and and to showcase filmmakers,
Yeah.
this gives them a taste of what could happen to them if they continue their film career.
Absolutely, and then having people who won last year come back, that's just so rewarding because it shows that we're providing them something, a feeling, if you will, that they truly love.
Yeah.
And that's we just want to be a motivator for these filmmakers.
And
we
you
want
are
to help
motivated.
them.
And here you are saying hello to the people out there.
Yeah,
You're like a rock star
I'm just like,
already.
hey, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, it's
A lot of people here.
it's a motivator, and we want them just to feel like they've created a film, and we just want them to feel appreciated.
Right.
Is what we want.
Right.
And this film festival, like we say, like my brother thought of it, a filmmakers film festival.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I want to stick by. Is we want to accommodate the filmmaker. I mean, we have a VIP room for them. We have Q&As. I kind of did a marketing where I bring them in for promo videos to kind of showcase who they are as a person and how it correlates to their film.
Yeah.
And we just really want to stress the independent filmmaker and kind of their work and feel appreciated.
Grant, what's the long-term goal of this project? What would you like to see? Here we are at Saddleback.
Here we are at Saddleback.
Yeah, and I know
great.
that there's other venues you could go to. You went to Saddleback. I went to Saddleback.
Yeah,
It's a great
I
school.
did. It's a great school. Great
Your
school.
thoughts about where you'd like to take this?
Well, where we would like to take this, we want to keep it in Mission Viejo, obviously. Last year we fundraised over $5,600. This year we're hoping to possibly increase that amount by $1,000 or $2,000. And we just want to keep increasing that amount, getting good venues. I mean, Saddleback's a beautiful place for this. It can accommodate so many people, and we can make sure the filmmakers feel appreciated here.
Yeah.
And we want to eventually turn this into a 5-6-figure charity for City of Hope.
Right. Oh, that would be
A
awesome.
signature event for them, if you will. It's very ambitious, but
That
that's
is-
10-year.
Well, you know what? We want to take a look at some of the snippets of the films. We've been rolling
course.
some footage along that we've been talking. As we roll out, here's another part of the film that was featured tonight at the Mission Viejo Film Festival. When we come back here on Coach's Corner at McKinney Theater on the campus of Saddleback College, we'll be talking with some judges to see how they depict the films and what creates a winner out of all the entries. More of Coach's Corner right after this.
Why go anywhere else for your remodel project when you can find everything here at Decor and Tile? Our expert staff has years of experience which is passed on to you whether you are a homeowner, contractor, or designer. At Decor and Tile, we make your project easy with our beautiful and unique showroom filled with tile, stone, decorative glass, wood tile, granite, and quartz like Pentel, Caesar Stone, and USA Cambria. Find out why Decor and Tile is the most referred showroom in South Orange County. Come in, call, or visit us on the web today.
What? Where is it? Did I miss it? Yeah, he just flew away.
Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome back to this edition of Coach's Corner on location at Saddleback College in front of McKinney Theater for the second annual Mission Viejo Film Festival. It is truly a great event. We've talked to the co-founders. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit and tell you how the winners actually win, and we're going to talk to two judges. First off, we have Melissa Scoff. She's to my right. Melissa, as I said, is a judge, but in her day job, she's a casting director, an acting coach, and also a producer. And also joining us tonight is Bobby Jean. And Bobby Jean is also a judge and an acting coach, and he also has the same name as my wife, Bobby Jean. So
Go figure.
that's so cool. I've never
There you
met
go.
anybody like that.
There
so
you go.
I like you already, man.
I like it too.
So Melissa, I got to start off because you've been coming out, you've seen the films, you don't know who has won.
No.
So far, the caliber, I think I heard is pretty good.
It's really impressive. Technology today is letting student filmmakers make films that are very, very professional.
Yeah.
And Bobby and I were talking about it during the screenings, and it's just really amazing how advanced they are.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to have technology, Bobby, but again, as Melissa said, to take that technology and create an art form and how well they're doing,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother ballgame. That wasn't happening when I was that young.
No.
Tell me your
no.
thoughts about that.
You know, it's pretty impressive. And actually just to see some of the ways they're able to go about getting and utilizing the technology that they're able to put into the films, stock footage and then the talent, the storyline, it's just incredible, especially when the storyline hemmed from someone's own personal life story, such as one of the particular films in here, The Adventures of Lucy, for example. I mean, that was really impressive as well, how it was all put together.
And what's cool is that there's very little money, very little budget.
Very little.
And they're pulling it out somehow. Yeah. Melissa, obviously this business is a very tough business. Do you give advice to the filmmakers? You've been there, done that, and continue to do so. What advice do you give these young filmmakers if they want to pursue a career in this industry?
Keep doing it. They're on the road. It's very impressive. And the thing is, there's no road to getting there. It's however you get there. And so doing high caliber student films on no budget and making them as impressive as these are, they're going to be seen, and there's no telling what it could lead to.
Yeah, and you mentioned something that doesn't always happen. It certainly didn't happen years ago. You just said they're going to be seen. Bobby, with the likes of Amazon and Netflix and YouTube, films are seen now.
Yes, they are.
They have a huge advantage. They don't have to go to Hollywood anymore, right?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's a big forum where they can actually put their own work out there in the media, and as a matter of fact, bypass the large production companies, and many of them get paid for their work and their time and effort. So
it's a really significant thing when they know that they can do that. So breaking down a film, you've already mentioned that the films are of high caliber.
Yeah.
How do you decide on what you like and what maybe can win an award?
For me, it is a good question. Everything is case specific. So for me, it's what touches me, what affects me, what makes me laugh, what makes me sad, what makes me curious. It's whatever. It's just like in any performance that you see from an actor, where they just kind of grab you and hook you and keep you. And so my tastes in film and music are very eclectic. And so all you have to do is make it so good that I want to watch it, and don't put me to sleep.
Bobby, when you look at a film, because you're an acting coach, but as Melissa said, the technology has made things a little easier. How do you decide on when to separate, judging it from an acting point of view or judging it from a filmmaking point of view? Is that a very difficult thing to do?
I'm going to piggyback a little bit what she said. If it touches me, sometimes you can tell if something, if you bought it or not.
Yeah.
And so there's some films I'll say, I didn't believe that. I mean, this is the truth. And then there's certain films where it's like, my eyes get watery because I'm feeling the truth of what's being presented in front of me. So, if a film's presented very truthfully and meaningfully, if it affects the individual that's watching it, boom, it's probably a winner.
Bobby, I'm assuming you're a very good-looking man. I'm not assuming that.
I'm single,
but you probably have acted your fair share.
Yeah.
What was the best piece of advice that you got coming up from somebody that said, Bobby, this is what you should do?
Actually, one guy told me I'd never make it, so that actually pushed me into really doing commercials. So I've been doing commercials for quite some time, and one of the efforts and pushes in that was when someone said, you can never do commercials. And so, and it really irked me and kind of made me upset and depressed. And I said, when I woke up from it, I said, I'm going to show that guy.
Yeah.
And so years later, I did. Just being yourself, being truthful. And I think once you grow and kind of learn more so who you are, and as one of the films depicted, your confidence builds and you become brave. You can do so many things in life,
That's awesome. And Melissa, I'll close out with you. This 6-7 minutes goes by too fast. When you're watching a film, do you ever go, I want to meet that actor on this level? And if you do, what would you say to them?
Again, it's case specific, but I just want to know more about a certain performance or where they came from or what their background in film or television or stage is, and just encourage them to show me the goods and also try to get a sense of their range. If they're in a great dramatic situation, have they had any comedy background or vice versa? what can they do? And you know, because in casting, I don't like to pigeonhole people. I like to see how wide open we can go, and I've helped start actors in other areas of their career that nobody ever explored before.
That's the key right there.
Yeah.
That's why you do what you do.
Yes.
And you know what? I know you do this for no money, and you volunteers, so I know they're very, very fortunate to have you. So thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I know they do this also to raise money for the City of Hope and various charities. So thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for stopping by our little show
My pleasure.
here.
Thank you.
And have a great rest of your evening, because I know it's going to be special.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
we're going to hear from some filmmakers in just a moment. Again, the Mission Viejo second annual film festival right here at Saddleback College. More right after this. Mission Basilica School is a Catholic parochial school with single-grade classrooms from pre-kindergarten through 8th grade.
We have absolutely the best to offer in education. We don't just educate the child academically. They are nurtured spiritually. They are guided through their spiritual journey. They are loved, every being of them.
A blue ribbon school for academic excellence, located on the beautiful grounds of Mission San Juan Capistrano, Mission Basilica School. Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome back to this edition of Coach's Corner. Once again, this is the second annual Mission Viejo Film Festival, and the reason we're here now is because of two great filmmakers. Again, the quality of films at the second annual Mission Viejo Film Festival is extraordinary. Some amazing young talent, and you're about to witness that once again in just a second. Introducing Ryan Prince. He is the writer and the director, pretty much does everything, I'm sure, with the movie Incoming. It's a 12-minute feature film, short film, and we'll show that trailer in just a second for you. Joining him is a very important young lady. I know that he will tell you he couldn't have got the film done without her, and this is Vina Nguyen, and she is the associate producer. Both of these people are byproducts of Biola University, and they were both film makers and actually film majors. And Ryan graduated, and of course, Vina is still in the program. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I had to get all that business out of the way
Exactly.
so we know who the heck you guys are. But how exciting is this? Is this cool or what?
It's cool. This is a cool spot.
Yeah, I mean,
It's nice.
to have your film featured, to have all that hard work, maybe it's already paying off, right?
Yeah, it's good. This is like, it's gotten to a few festivals. This is probably one of it's close and it's cool and it's like, it's free juice.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's awesome.
Free juice.
That's what I'm here for.
I heard about the VIP room. I haven't been yet. Is it good?
Pretty good food.
All right, it's good, yeah. So I have to ask you, we'll see the trailer in just a second, but how hard was it to make a film of this caliber with virtually probably very little money, a women an idea? Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, we got lucky because it's for a senior class project, so the school chipped in a good portion of the budget. So I mean, it was like, we had probably close to $10,000 all said and done, which sounds like a lot, but also in film it's not very much. Vina can attest to how little money that is. It all goes to locations and props and cast and crew and stuff like that. Not much cast and crew because we're student film and everyone doesn't get paid and it sucks. But it came out great for what resources we had. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, $10,000, that's lunch for some of these actors, right?
Right, yeah.
Basically.
And here you guys made a whole film with that. It's pretty
Exactly.
amazing. So what was the most enjoyable aspect for you working on the film?
Yeah. For me, it was probably just working with the crew. We had a really good, because everything was just students, and so everyone chipping in and being like, hey, we're here to learn, and we just want to help each other out, and that was like easily the most enjoyable part for me.
What was the film shot on?
And we shot on the red one.
Nice.
And the red, I think the red Scarlet, because the one's very heavy. And we're carrying it up the fire watch tower. But yeah, we have those with our film program has a couple reds, so we got to check those out and use those.
That is fantastic. So
Yeah.
the movie is called Incoming. We'll take a look at the trailer right now.
You gonna be all right?
Yes, sir. I think I've been here long enough to know procedure by now.
Wildlife 5, this is Dale at Watchtower Charlie. Do you copy? Over. I'm on my way back to restock. Gonna stop by Bravo Tower, see if they need anything. Over.
10-4 Charlie, should I set your tower status to absent? Over.
Nah. Kid's here.
Come in human. Can you hear me?
As you can tell, it's a great film, comedy sci-fi film, and I know that you've got so much going on in this film. What do you remember most about shooting it?
I remember most that it was very cold. We shot up on top of in San Bernardino Mountains, and it was just right before the season opened back up, so there was still some snow. It was very cold and windy. We shot at night. So none of the crew that was down in the tent liked it even less than I did. I got to be in the tower, which had walls. But it was a blast. We had a lot of fun.
Vina, I don't think people realize how hard it is to make a film.
Oh, so
when
hard.
you first start creating an idea and then you come up with the concept, the storyboard, and the script and all of that, it is an enjoyable process. And you mentioned something that's really significant, that you enjoyed working with the crew.
Yeah.
Those are days and times that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, we're just working with the crew is a lot of networking too, because so Ryan's already graduated. I'm entering my senior year, so it's a matter of oh, so you graduated, making those connections I'm about to graduate soon. Can you hook me up with a job? That kind of thing. And so just having that foundation of when we were in college together of hey, we made this movie and we work well together. Let's keep that going and whatnot. So.
Now with you have Netflix, you have YouTube, you have Amazon, you have all these outlets for your film. So far, what's been the most productive outlet for you to get your film out there?
Yeah, well, actually, so the film screened at Seattle International Film Festival, and through that, Alaska Airlines actually screened some SIFF shorts on their in-flight entertainment system. So Incoming actually played there the past 2 months on the little plane screens, which is probably the coolest and the most, it's the coolest kind of distribution we've gotten so far.
You just got to get Quentin Tarantino on that flight so he can watch
so
it.
Look at it, I want this guy.
Who is this guy?
Exactly, yeah, perfect.
So when you started to roll out the film, you're talking about finances. Being an associate producer, did you mingle in that at all? Wearing a producer's hat? Tell me about your role specifically in that in regards to producing.
Yeah, I was actually under the producer and the executive producer, so I was fortunate enough not to have to deal with the money side of it. But
you say that with a smile because it's a hard thing.
Oh yeah, I've produced a few other things, and just money is always the most stressful thing, and so I'm just, I'm very glad that Incoming was great. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with the money side of that.
Before I let you go, you probably already have a film, maybe 2 films in mind. Are you working on one right now?
Yeah, I'm working on a couple of shorts. I want to kind of keep doing the festival thing. I'm working on writing a feature with a friend of mine, and hopefully we can just get something made, put it out there. But for now, we're just trying to kind of hone my directing chops a little more.
Well, you should be proud of yourself because your film is benefiting the nonprofit that is raising money for charity. So you guys should feel proud of that. Should be feeling proud of your accomplishments. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the red carpet on a bigger venue one day, right?
Perfect, exactly.
All right.
Hope so.
Good job, you guys. Again, the film is called Incoming. And of course, if you're on Alaska Airlines flight, you can check it out. And I'm sure you can check it out on YouTube and other areas. And watch for these two to do some great things in their future. We'll be back with yet another set of filmmakers here at the Mission Viejo Film Festival, the second edition.
Lucy, are you right? What's wrong? Where did you go this time?
Why go anywhere else for your remodel project when you can find everything here at Untitled? Our expert staff has years of experience which is passed on to you whether you are a homeowner, contractor, or designer. At Untitled, we make your project easy with our beautiful and unique showroom filled with tile, stone, decorative glass, wood tile, granite, and quartz like Pentel, Caesar Stone, and USA Cambria. Find out why Untitled is the most referred showroom in South Orange County. Come in, call, or visit us on the web today.
Me and Danny were in the jungle looking for a bird.
What kind of bird?
called The Blue-Bearded Boingo Bird.
Well, there's certainly a lot of amazing films here at the second annual Mission Viejo Film Festival. We're going to feature an additional one right now. And this movie is it's called Adventures of Lucy. And we have the star character on the show right now and the writer-director of the film Adventures of Lucy. First of all, we have Ali Urrutia. She is 10 years old and she tells me she's been acting since kindergarten. And that's pretty amazing. She's already done that much acting. And Teddy Valentovich, he is the writer-director of the film Adventures of Lucy, a graduate of Cal State Long Beach in the film and electronics department. So he is off to a flying start. This movie is basically a drama fantasy with a serious note to it. So first of all, I have to ask you, Ali, did you enjoy working on the film?
I did. It was really fun.
What was the most significant thing for you that stood out on working on a film like this?
Well, mostly I got to travel to a lot of places that really it's like, we'll go next time when we have more time, and then we really don't have more time. So those places were more extraordinary to me to visual it through that type of scenario.
That was the fantasy part of it, right? Yeah. So, Teddy, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're here because obviously you're being honored at this film festival.
Correct.
Very interesting tone of the film. We'll talk about it in just a second and see some clips out of it. But what prompted you to get into filmmaking out of Long Beach?
Well, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to do some kind of filmmaking because I couldn't decide on what exactly I wanted to do. So I wanted to sort of get a taste of everything. You can make a movie about whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
So that's where it all started from.
That's kind of cool. And earlier we had two casting directors on. You cast this young lady. How did she win the part, so to speak?
There's something that you almost can't even pinpoint. We got plenty of submissions and auditions. Ali sent in a video of her audition, and it was just perfect. As soon as we saw it, within 10 seconds, we knew that that's who Lucy was going to be. It was a very serious thing because we had to find someone who was going to carry this whole movie, and that's kind of challenging when it's going to be a child actor. So
that's very interesting. I always say to my students, my film and TV students, the first 10 seconds are the most important. If you get past the first 10 seconds, you're in. So you did a good job. The movie is called Adventures of Lucy. Let's take a look at some clips from Adventures of Lucy.
Danny? Danny?
As you can tell, a truly remarkable film. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Aren't you proud of yourself?
I am. I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah. So what do you take away from this? What did you learn the most about this process of filmmaking?
Well, mostly I learned about what leukemia is, and I barely knew what the procedures were. So it kind of, whoa, that's what happened. And he kind of explained to me what he went through and what he did and what he felt. So.
Yeah. So Teddy, this is a personal journey.
Yeah,
Tell
absolutely.
me about that.
When I was 4, I was diagnosed with leukemia, so it's a very personal story for me. But there's also been a transition. As I've been getting older, I don't really see it as from a child's point of view anymore. And that's a story that I wanted to tell because when I was younger, everything just seemed normal because that's your normal day-to-day routine. But now as I look back on it, I realize what a serious situation it was and how the perspective changes from when you're a kid to when you're an adult. So we wanted to kind of see it through a child's eyes and how they can cope with this sort of illness.
So once again, congratulations. What a fantastic show it has been here at the second annual Mission Viejo Film Festival right in front of the McKinney Theater. And actors like this, directors like what we have, and of course the judges and the founders of the event, they certainly made it special. On behalf of Coach's Corner and the second annual Mission Viejo Film Festival, I'm Paul Higgins. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.